Right, assalamu alaikum everyone. Let's talk about Jasmy. It's been a while. So Jasmy, previously there was a difference in the trend line of the resistance trend line, and I may actually add that there is a range trap. And if you don't know what range trap really is, it's this wick. The wicks can create a range. Okay, so your trend line. Let's talk about trend line. I'm pretty sure this video is going to help you educational wise. And if I show you different ways that different people are going to draw a trend line. Now, number one, it could actually start. Now, do you see this? Before I actually show you anything, do you see the high here? How many wicks do you have? You have some wicks right over here. You have wicks right over there. You have wicks right over here. Okay. And some of them are probably climbing down. Some of them looks a little bit like it's a straight line. So this is a little bit tricky. Okay, drawing trend line is very, very tricky, but when you get it done right, man, oh man, then you really get a better view of what's going on in the market. I kind of think that first of all, some people are going to start from here and they're going to draw the trend line like that, right? And they're going to tell themselves, you know what, this is cool. Or they may actually start from here, right? And say that, yes, this has pop to the upside. It's actually going to move up to 5918, isn't it? It looks like that. Now there's a wick here also, 6095. Maybe this wick can be taken out, but that's something different. Okay, now this is one way to draw the trend line. This is the second way to draw the trend line. Maybe extend it right over there. Now the wicks, okay, the wicks. What is the main definition of drawing a trend line? You need 3 touches. 3 touches and you have a valid trend line. Now, the more touches, the better, but at least 3 is the starting point. But when you have more evidence, your trend line becomes more strong. And honestly, take some time, sit back, and try to see what you can connect here. And if you go back to the data which starts back in December last year until now, you'll get a better vision, and you have more than enough to actually make a nice, good trend line. So I may say that the trend line looks like this is some few touches, right? Second touch right there. Okay. And finally, maybe this touch here is 3. Maybe that touch right over there is also valid. Do you think this is not true? This is actually true. And this is a range trap, okay? This is a range. They create ranges because this wicks can actually confuse what's happening. You may say that, oh, the trend line looks, like more like this, and it's actually broken up, but it doesn't really look like that. This isn't just a range trap. So within this range, the trend line is going to be something more like this, and I think this is more accurate. And maybe from here, if you end up pumping up, this range trap can continue as far as like this and not more than that. Okay, maybe not more than this one here, because then from there you're absolutely touching the highest wicks and you just don't give it any room for any more trap. So we can actually, if we actually go this way, then I think you have a time until 13th of February. And even if we actually go with this like that, which is also pretty valid because this is another touch. So one touch here, all right, I'm going to repeat this again. One touch here, 2, and one touch here. This is 3. Yes, this trend line is still valid. And even if you end up making another range trap right over there, we can actually just toss out that trend line, and then it can actually be another valid one. So it's a little bit tricky, I know. Second thing is this is another another thing here. This is a different story and this is a different story, and when you combine them, it does look like it's a distribution known as a head and shoulder. So you're looking for maybe this left shoulder, head, the right shoulder coming in, and this is your neckline. Okay, that's your neckline right over there. We still haven't broken below, but if you're looking for Jasmy to come down, I think you have to put stop at 4464. If it does come down here, I think that's it, game over. We can actually see this thing falling to the downside. Or if things are good and you break above the range and actually break up, you can actually move up. And one example I'm going to show you is Pepe. Pepe did it it made a head and shoulder and still broke up. This was your left shoulder, this was your head here, this was your right shoulder, this was the range strap right over there, and it actually broke and went to the upside. It never really broke and went to the downside. So always wait for the break. Just because you have a head and shoulder doesn't really mean move down, right? So that's it for the video. I'm going to see you in the next one. Allah Hafiz.